these two teams, this is their last chance. Elimination phase is on. It's time to start getting some of these teams out of here and see who will make it into playoffs in the end. Xtreme Gaming or Execration, one of these two teams will be the first team eliminated out of the Esports World Cup. Avery, your initial thoughts on the strength of these two teams? Who looks weaker right now and who looks stronger?
Honestly, relative to expectation, I think Execration have overperformed a bit, and I think Xtreme Gaming have underperformed a bit. So if you're going by how people saw these teams going into the event, I'd say you give a little bit of the upper hand to Execration. They've had some strong... I think they've had a stronger performance than their score indicates.
Yes, I was going to say, when you say overdoing their expectations, that's one win. They've gotten one win out of their group stage.
I get it, but of course, both these teams are here for the same reason, right? They both struggled in that first group stage. At this point, you're in the same spot. Your score is irrelevant. I still think Execration, like, they had some games where they're going high ground at 20 minutes and they throw. And they had a lot of games where they did really well in the laning phase. And I think that is more than people expected. I also think their group there was a tough group. Like, they had a very tough group on paper going in.
They did.
So you should weigh that a little bit as well. So I would not say they are even unfavored in this series. I think this is a straight up 50-50 series if you look at how these teams have performed at this event. Of course, XG has the benefit of, historic players, TI finalists, a TI winner in the coach. This is a team with a big resume sheet and should be able to come out with the win here if you're going by that. But
yeah,
I don't know. I think it's very close here.
Execration, meanwhile, a squad that has been around for quite some time. Many of the players have been here for years and years and years, and this would be one of the highest positions that many of these players have achieved if they can manage to beat Xtreme Gaming and move on. They win that series as well. They're into playoffs. This would definitely be the highlight of many of their careers. And I agree with you. I'm watching some of those games. It did feel like, considering how tough the group was, Execration was in very winnable games multiple times. They are not lacking in the skill to take on these players individually. Like, they can actually walk away from the laning phase with a win or a tie. It does feel like they can get some momentum going in 15, 20 minutes. There does seem to be that problem, though, of ending games to their favor rather than watching their own throne explode, Avery.
It can happen with young teams. It can happen with C teams, especially. You get on land, you get some nerves, you don't close out as cleanly as you need, and experience takes over. Like, experience counts for a lot when you're in these elimination series, and particularly on the really big stage when the money's looming, the prestige is looming. It's also a tournament where kind of the last big show for Execration this year because they're not going to TI. Those slots for C got split across 4 teams.
Right.
You got one shot. It's not as if you have a backup event to go to. So it's all on the line here for Execration. Definitely a lot of pressure going into this young squad. That said, in this game one, I like their draft. I mean, if you look at their draft on paper, there's a lot of synergy here, right? A lot of early game tempo between the push heroes of the Enchantress, the Rasta Wards, the Beastmaster, really easy Roshan, really good single target burst and focus. They got a BKB piercing disable for the Rolling Thunder later on. There's some answers here.
Foul play does not save Shanks here. Pelosin is able to get the final hit in as the invulnerability of the foul play fades away. And now that puts him at an advantage here. Bane, 1v1 for the Lotus Pool. I think this is guaranteed for Pelosin.
Sleep's coming back up.
Yeah, he could just Nightmare Tino away if it's absolutely required, and it's not.
Nice laning start for Xtreme Gaming here. And this is where they can just outperform Execration. If they come in, guns blazing, and play as well as we know they can, they should come out a little bit ahead in all these like little mechanic trades, I think. That's where they can shine.
Do you feel like draft-wise they're favored on the lanes as well as Palos? In some trouble here, Swashbuckle, but Meld, they don't have any detection, obviously. Nobody really brings detection this early into the situation, so Palos is able to get away because of that.
Another sleepwalk top. Rasta dragged into the snake.
But now that you've used your disable, it means full shackles for Shanks onto Ame, who is almost out of mana.
He still had mangoes, right?
True.
Double mango, one. There's a mango on Polison. A lot of extra mana you're going to have to get through. Really tough hero to all in here. I think these lanes look pretty good for Execration on paper, but they are getting a little out-executed here, especially in this top lane. This Bane Medusa lane is really taking it to him early.
Got the snake on too. That's value.
I also want to see how this mid lane develops over the next few minutes. So far, it's been going pretty even. But, of course, Monkey King, explosive mid, particularly against melee matchups. Could be a lane that Xtreme Gaming try and rotate to with the Marcy. Always this hero that has that old school Earth Spirit threat of just TP in, rotate to the lane, pick me up the hero in. Monkey King is a scary hero to get pick me up on.
What'd you make of the Beastmaster pickup for Execration? It's a hero that they've been rocking a lot for Tino, but instead they swerve it into the mid lane for Lewis here. I
like the idea of getting something for the Rolling Thunder because they had literally nothing to defend against the spell in the team fight.
Sure.
And I do like the synergy with the lineup, right? I think Beastmaster and Enchantress TA all function really well together. Like, this is a hero you can rotate to, you can push. The downside is the mid beast tends to be a little greedier and a little slower than that offlane beast. Doesn't play with that same tempo. And I think that could be a liability here. Like, where does the overlap come from the mid beast plus the TA versus the offlane beast in the TA? I think the offlane beast has a lot more synergy. The mid beast, you're kind of fighting for the same Ancients. You're fighting for the same Roshan. You have some timings that can align pretty well. Like, you get Ags, you get your item after that, and you can align with the Deso timings on the TA. But it really comes down to how good the beast early game is. So you need to make sure this guy has a good time. Maybe you get a roar kill on this monkey, rotate supports into him. Execration are lurking around here. Still half a level from the level 6 on the beast, but they are threatening a dive with this Enchantress, putting some pressure on Xtreme Gaming.
Top CS across all the lanes for Xtreme Gaming. Things seem to be going very well for them.
For the 6-minute power rune.
Yeah, not having level 6 on Lewis yet is a bit of a sad point here. Can't contest as aggressively as they would like to. They're going to use the pick-me-up, get on top of CML. CML is going to be pulled back into the Wukong's command. That's that synergy you were talking about. The Marcy works very well with the Monkey King.
A deadly duo around the map, really hard to contest. The second he gets on you, you're stunned for a little bit. It's already 1 or 2 hits from the Monkey. You can't really fight him back to dissuade the Jingu. You just have to go on him first. Do you have a Dispel with the Enchantress? That's about it. Did get the power rune. Wisdom Shrine's coming up. XG moving their supports bottom here. You get a back-to-back kill on this Enchantress would take a lot of his early game out the window.
Nightmare. Oh, he had the ghost, wakes himself up, but it looks like he's still going to be rather easily bursted down. Pal still wants to fight this with the rotations coming out. Mid laner coming in. Lewis, he's going to try and even the odds here. Gets a roar out onto the support. Did not get a crucial core kill. I thought maybe they would twist towards going after XXS, but
a little slow on the reaction there from Execration. You get a return, but it's not the biggest kill for Lewis. And you don't get to contest this Wisdom Shrine at all with having the multiple cores in the lane. And sad deaths for CML. I mean, this is not the hero you wanted having the slower early game here out of all the supports.
Sure.
Like, he can really speed this game up with rotations into mid, rotations into bottom if you combine the supports here. I think Execration have the tempo advantage if they can find the openings. So far, XG have been making the better moves. And shutting down the Enchantress makes a big difference here.
Shanks biding his time, waiting out the Nightmare. Gets the Shackle. Dawnbreaker ultimate coming in. That's going to chain stun up XXS. XXS still has a chance here, especially with XM coming in with the Wukong's command. They couldn't quite burst down the Pango, and now he's trying to hit it with the Starbreaker. No! The Boundless Strike stops the final hit. Tino is unable to claim the life of XXS and will die himself underneath the Tier 1 tower.
If you have Starbreaker to throw out instantly there, I think you could all in him, but he had it on cooldown from that top lane. It cost him a lot off that gank. Nice idea with the Solar Guardian, but once again, Xtreme Gaming just prepared. They are ready around the map. The Monkey King can counter-rotate all these moves. Scary hero to try and make aggressive plays into when he just comes in and has a free fight with early Jingu. 3 points already up. Spooky hero to skirmish. And all the time you're distracted by what's going on, Medusa's free farming. That's exactly what Xtreme Gaming want. Ame, you're not going to get touched for 20 minutes. He's going to come out. He's going to be an insane beast in the fight. He's going to take the game over. Don't have a lot of damage to all in this Medusa with the mana burn. No sources in this game. You have to do it the hard way. Generally, you want to be ahead, or at least have Roshan to take that fight to him. If Ame gets Aegis this game, it looks real hard to take the fight.
Rolling Thunder going to be put to use here. XM popping out of the trees. Palos is surrounded, calling for aid. The teleports, they might just be a little bit too late here as the Shadow Shaman actually cancels his TP.
Overrun.
Yeah. Too many heroes here in the bottom lane. Execration lose this situation. Jin-Q trying to throw out the blood grenade for the CML kill as well. Will not find that one, but Xtreme still got to be very happy with this. Monkey King rotations have been on point.
Execration not getting aggressive moves of their own, and this is just giving a lot of space to Xtreme to find these little openings, combine the Monkey King with other heroes on the map where they feel the weak point is. He's even going to steal some stacks with the end of that Jingu. Lewis not too happy about that. You either have to play defensive on your own as Execration and read where this Monkey King wants to go, or, again, make the move of your own first, right? Like, smoke the Enchantress Shaman, get a numbers advantage somewhere here. Here's another
Better
smoke.
run, CML. That is not a creep that you can enchant. That is XM in the flesh.
I feel like I've seen this before.
A couple times. He does manage to stop the Fiend's Grip with the Ogre stun.
Yeah, that's a nice little Ogre smash. I mean, that just feels bad. Like, that's your third death. You got gripped as an Enchantress.
And you have to know that Palos is getting run at here.
I mean, where's
the response? Palos, he stuck it out here. He could have run to the gate. Instead, he chose to keep farming out this bottom lane.
This was not that well executed, though.
No, it wasn't.
That was pretty bad.
Was Rolling Thunder not up at the start of that?
He just got caught on the weird tree line. The Boundless Strike didn't go out right away. That was awkward all around. We'll get another pick-me-up in the mid lane. I mean, again, there's no pressure going into this Medusa. So you still have to be happy with any of these outcomes if you're Xtreme Gaming right now.
The awkwardness being compounded. Xtreme Gaming failing that gank on Palos, but still finding kill in mid, still pressuring the mid tower, while also the bottom lane tower is pressured. And the Medusa is still free farming. Execration, their lineup, it's reaching this valley where they can't really seem to be aggressive yet. And this is the downside of the mid Beastmaster you were referring to at the start.
He needs more stacks, needs more time. The TA and the Beast both need to just keep farming Ancients here off cooldown. And it's pretty easy to just go to these spots if you're XG, load up with some heroes and go for the gank with whatever ults are up. You have another Grip in 30, you have another Rolling Thunder here. This tower bottom is just gone. Got to be making moves of your own if you're Execration. You got to get the Rost awards up, maybe drop them on some tier 1s, put some Enchantress keeps into these objectives, bring Ame out of the jungle, because right now he is beasting it up. 120 CS on this Medusa. The Manta is going to be done here in the next 2 minutes. There's the smoke. Finally a move comes out. They're going to get Lewis involved. Not a game where he can just AFK farm to the Ags. They can get Ame. It's a massive kill, but this is
it's a hard
tanky
kill.
Medusa.
Okay, already overlaying the stuns a little bit. Now the Nightmare to dodge a little bit more of the stuns. They did manage to get through his, all of his stuff, but he got out the Stone Case, and that's going to be a problem. Now with the Rolling Thunder, this is a problem for Execration. They got what they came for, but was it too high of a cost? They lose 2, possibly a third as CML's on the run. XM's going to give chase. He TP's out, but the damage from the shield crash will overwhelm him.
Honestly, if you lose supports for that Medusa, I think it's worth it. Losing 3, and a lot of it going, again, into the Monkey King, who's just dominating this early game, not a worth trade-off.
Yeah.
Especially since this Medusa's just going to respawn and go straight back into the farm.
Clutch use of the Lotus is there to be able to get the mana for the Stone Case in the first place. He doesn't get that off. Maybe it's a much better situation for Execration. But
Sleep Save also stalls himself a considerable amount.
Oh, it was beautiful from Pelosin.
And that's a tough place to go on the Medusa because it's so close to the tier 1. The help that comes in from XG is instantaneous. If that is a kill that goes farther up the wave or somewhere in the jungle, you have a lot more time to operate there.
Did you notice that Ame locks his Lotuses on the smaller one? Doesn't actually combine them? Wonder why.
Isn't it just a loss of total heal?
Yeah, I'm wondering if it's if he feels like it's a waste to use the big one because he wants, like the small one is enough to get a Mystic Snake off, right? If you don't have the mana. It's not enough for a Stone Gaze though, and that's kind of the important one.
Maybe he just likes it, you know? It's player preference.
I guess so.
He likes the little Lotus.
Maybe it's just about inventory management. Doesn't want to clutter up his Palos. They're really not helping out this Templar Assassin too much, are they?
No, he's been left on an island. Double Diffusal already up for Xtreme Gaming. They are compounding the pressure right now. There's a lot of early mana burn, a lot of chase down potential, and the tag team duo is just continuing to go to work. They are a combined 9-0 and 9 here at the 14-minute mark between these two cores. That's a lot of activity, a lot of tempo, and a lot of space.
Well, we tried to hype up Execration going into this, but this performance in the first 15 minutes...
A little sleepy.
Yeah.
A little sleepy at the wheel.
They're just letting Xtreme Gaming kind of do whatever they want. That'll be another tower given up to Xtreme.
Gonna have to make a move with that Ags on the Beastmaster. Play this hero on the mid. You have a slower game because of it. It's gonna have to pay it back eventually here. That's your big timing to try and fight back in this game.
CML almost dying again. Ame, he's going to farm up the ward here, and he's going to farm up Tino's life. Gorgon's Grass, Tino, teleport away, but he still has a Nightmare, so that's not going to work for you. Try to get the hammer out. Meanwhile, the other side, Palos, surrounded by the Wukong's command. They burn through the refraction just so quickly. Tino did actually manage to make it out, though. Good for him.
He will survive. Unfortunately, he's going to watch his carry go down for a third time this game. Right as that Ags arrives for the Beastmaster.
I mean, Pelosin is slightly faster than him, right?
I don't think he can kill him, though. Got to group up here soon if you're Execration. You're just bleeding too many kills around the map. Too much map control. Can't get the lanes out. There's another one. More freebies. Oh, maybe
Shanks not dead. Okay, spoke too soon. He does go down. Unable to get off any good shackles in that situation.
Just
Support
so much
for
space.
support.
So much space for a Medusa lineup. You win the early game with Medusa on your team, you are feeling quite good.
Yeah, he's rushing straight butterfly after the Manta.
This is absolutely the correct item build this game. Don't mess around. Get the faster, more aggressive timing. Combine that with an Aegis. You can just push and threaten to end this game.
Yeah, I was going to say the same. I think you could actually end the game by 30 if you're Xtreme. Because there's just going to be this massive amount of time where the Templar Assassin does not interact with the Medusa. Still trying to get that Desolator.
You're going to be missing the big defensive items too. Like BKB it for TA if he wants it this game, long way away. BKB for the Beastmaster, that's going to be the quickest one here, but it's still a ways away, and that Ags for the Dawnbreaker. Big items are probably 5-6 minutes out.
Yeah.
You can threaten erosion that time if you're XG and get a big fight going.
Pretty much saying the Beastmaster has to get a good roar on XXS every fight if these BKBs are going to be that delayed. Otherwise, the Rolling Thunder is just going to play absolute havoc with your team fight. Jin-Q baiting out this bottom lane. Got a ward down, spots Palos, immediately jump right to it. They've killed Palos once here, and they'll kill him again. Though the Wukong's command does go out alongside the Tino ultimate. They're trying to blow up the Monkey King and get rid of these statues. Doing what they can. XM fights to the death, but he does eventually go down. Jin-Q gets run down by CML. Meanwhile, XXS is going to make a run for it, leaving Pelosin behind. Finally, Execration. They get a one-team fight.
Oh, he gripped him there, too. Real awkward. But
It's still not a clean win, as they will lose both their 1 and their 3.
Took him a while to bring that Monkey King down. He got some evasion procs from the Sister Shroud. They missed some key hits. Had to commit the Solar Guardian, all the Dawnbreaker spells, and the Roaring to him, which means you give a free fight to XXS on that Pangolier. Got to pick your poison in that scenario. Technically a one fight, though. We are seeing the power of the Beastmaster in the middle of these skirmishes. He does a lot of damage. I mean, that's a fight you would clean up if this early game was better.
Yes.
Unfortunately, you're behind. The early fight items are there from XG, and they're taking advantage of it, which is why they're being highly aggressive. And they know that Ame can come in on the back of this, and the second he shows up, you don't have the spells to all-in this guy. That fight's over. You have to retreat.
The Aghanim Scepter done on the Pango. Execration better keep up with some aggression here. I feel like they can't just be initiated on and then Dawnbreaker ultimate respond. This Rolling Thunder is going to be way too devastating. And you see just a little bit of that Aghanim Scepter coming to play here on the kill on Shanks.
Just such a difference in the trajectory from these carries. Paulos, who's getting hounded this game, 4 deaths, ganked multiple times. Every time he's gone to his bottom Ancients, he's had to fight an entire team fight for it. And on the flip side, the Medusa, you got him once, but there was a nice turnaround fight from XG off of it, and he's just cruising through everything, uncontested.
Yeah.
I mean, this is a 4,000 net worth difference between the Medusa and the TA. That's 50% of his net worth. That is an extreme gap this early in the game.
And they're already setting up on Palos once again, these same wards.
There's just no freedom for the guy. As we see the butterfly arrive for the Medusa. So Xtreme Gaming, they're already hitting their timings. This is a Roche potential. We see the Deso arrive for the TA. Like, both teams would have won a Roche with these big carry items, but this butterfly is just so much faster.
Yeah. I feel like the timing of this lineup that Execration built, it's just not their style, frankly. I feel like you need a clear division of timings. This is more like a lineup that I would say slower teams, Tundra, Falcons, they can make this work, right? Where you've got this valley, you need to dodge, you just need to be efficient on the map.
I think it would have looked a lot different if the lanes didn't go so poorly.
For sure. But banking on winning lanes against Xtreme is also a bit of a gamble. Highly skilled team. 7,000 net worth lead at 20 minutes for Xtreme Gaming. It's not too big of a lead. It's not an insurmountable lead, but it's about what the potential is here. The potential.
There's a lot of potential on the map because this Roche is just kind of looming there. And
Ame hasn't really been much of a factor until now, but now that he's got the butterfly, he's going to get involved.
He's smoked up. He's looking to lead the action now. Finds a little arcane rune. Nice little extra HP on the Medusa.
CML, he's the one to break the smoke here. Gets caught by the Boundless Strike. The inhibit of the Diffuser Blade slows him down long enough. And they will get that kill. So straight to Roshan for Xtreme.
Yeah, pretty easy, straightforward. You have Wukong to defend it. You have Rolling Thunder to defend it. You're going to have a defensive position with the Bane for grip if you wanted to contest this with the Beastmaster. Just impossible here. Have to give it up if you're Execration. Probably weren't contesting this anyway, even if you don't lose anybody. I think that team fight just looks way too difficult. You are hitting your item timings with the Ags, Dawnbreaker, plus BKB Beast, and they are smoked up. You're just too late to the party.
I'm surprised they contested at all. I felt like that was a moment of just get the lanes pushed in, farm as much as you can.
Or send this smoke to one of the side lanes where you think someone's going to show after the play.
Sure, yeah.
They could still follow it up here, assuming you don't break on Shanks. That was very close. Might be able to snag XM. Doesn't have his BKB yet.
Yeah, this target is pretty much perfect. Get him, stall out his BKB a little bit more. He's hopped through the trees, he's breaking the smoke. Execration, wrong idea of where he's at.
No blink on the Beast, makes his play really hard.
And now they're gonna get caught by the Monkey King. XM, he's just gonna jump forward. TP out from the Beastmaster, good call by him. Plays
nice
it extremely
escape.
safe.
Absolutely the right call. You're just banking on the Bane not being there, and he wasn't.
No.
Nonetheless, you're losing map control, and you're going to lose some gold now because Ame can just play on his own. He's a one-man army. He's going to take away a lot of your map. He's going to start pushing towers.
Yeah, he'll keep mid pushed in and also help his team taking down that bottom tier 2. So it's not like you're going to give up too much to Execration while they take this objective.
It's going to be a really tough part of the game for Execration to hold, especially if XG decide to start poking high ground, bringing heroes back. It's just not an easy way to take the straight-up fight into the Medusa right now. Don't really have auras to help you. It's a really good Crimson Guard game for Execration, but who's building it here? Maybe Dawnbreaker eventually. It's just not the typical build-up we see on this hero right now. Just got to keep ratting the map. Try and keep this lead down a little bit. Keep cutting waves with Enchantress creeps. Find that extra farm. Maybe you get a pick off with the blink on the Beast when it arrives, and if you're XG, just keep abusing the fact that Ame can play on his own, can push in multiple waves, gives you a lot of map control to play with. You can smoke and try and pick people off on sides of the map. You can go tier 2 into the high ground if you want to try and bring people back. I'm kind of surprised they're not forcing that issue a little bit more. This feels a little clunky from XG.
Chasing after CML one more time. Good force staff up to the high ground, though. Smart little play. And Execration are stalling things out. A little surprising to me because I didn't, honestly, everything that I've seen from Execration, this is not really their skill set. Stalling games. I feel like what they're best at is actually taking a bit of momentum, swarming the enemy team, playing aggressive. Feel like that's what I've seen from them that looks the best. But they're doing a good job. I mean, it felt like this Medusa was just going to overwhelm them. They've kept it as 6,000 net worth lead.
They still have their tier 2s up as well. Something about what XG are trying to do here just feels kind of weird. Like, they're sitting around mid behind Ame, who's cutting top wave and hitting mid. But they didn't smoke anywhere. They didn't force issue behind the tower. They're not pushing it straight up.
They definitely do not need to be near Ame.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, this guy is invincible right now. So here's the smoke move to another part of the map. I think this could have happened a minute ago.
You could probably be in your fountain right now, and Ame could get gone on by all 5 of Execration. I bet you would get to Ame before he dies a second time.
That might be a little bit of an exaggeration.
I don't think it is, honestly. How do they do damage against him?
Well, the thing is, Execration is just never going to go on him in the first place.
That's true.
It's a moot point. The smoke will miss bottom, and it might miss top. Dude, XG are just getting...
Oh, spotted by the courier. Get through the gate, get through the gate. He's away.
Are they actually going to go back? There's no way, right? That's like too demoralizing.
Yeah.
They're trying to find somebody on the side. They're looking for Beastmaster up here. Do they commit for the chase? No. They're just getting rope-a-doped right now.
They really are.
I mean, nice rat action from Execration. Exactly what you want during this Aegis period, right? Just waste the timer down. Unfortunately, that's a lot of space for Ame. He has a Scotty now.
Yeah.
Your Medusa problem just went from bad to worse. He's got almost 400 CS. That is absurd. He's just been cutting top wave with illusions, farming mid, taking towers, doing triangle. It's an insanely efficient farming pattern. And this will be your last tier 2. Decent Aegis for Xtreme map control-wise, or I should say objectives-wise. Not as good as it could have been, I think, pickoffs-wise, but they still have a chance to force the high ground here because even though your Aegis is expiring, with the items Ame already has, he's got a built-in Aegis regardless. Tough target to deal with right now.
That tier 3 is dropping so fast. This is not a slow push.
Got to buy out here if you're Execration to try and even the net worth advantage. I think saving buybacks is not as valuable as getting some bigger damage items online, assuming you can afford them.
Yeah, did anybody get anything new recently that stands out?
Hurricane Pike for Palos. You have 2k gold on the Beast and the Dawn, but they're holding it, so they are going to use it for the buybacks. Feel like they can't get a big enough item.
Watching him try and hit the illusion. Miss, 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 miss. Like, how demoralizing is that? You can't kill his illusion. How are you going to kill the real thing?
And they were looking for a flank to try and find heroes that weren't the Medusa.
Yeah, smart move.
Instantly cut off from Monkey in the trees.
Gonna have to get a little bit more creative with the Rolling Thunder. Makes the initiation at the same time. They got the jump with the Monkey King. Pretty decent. Oh, and there was the pick me up, but it get canceled by the Nightmare. Still, though, the fact that XM gets out and gets off the Wukong's man, he'll survive. He stays inside with the extra armor. Tino pulled back in. Jin Q trying to beat him up. Tino didn't get up to the high ground. Now he's gonna be landed upon by Jin Q. Jin Q takes some damage on his way out. Not dead yet. Doesn't fall. Glimmer Cape protects him from the final hit from the Templar Assassin. 2 down on Execration, and Xtreme can resume their high ground push.
Wow, what a close fight. You're super low on both supports, plus that Monkey King. A really nice roar counter initiation, but you're not able to follow it up with the big damage from Palos, who's getting zoned by the Rolling Thunder. XXS does his job in that fight, and Stone Gaze, it locked down those 2 cores, even through the BKB, at the perfect time to bail the Monkey King out. I think the target prioritization was fine there from Execration. It's just the initiation from XG was a little faster.
Yeah.
And again, you can only roar 1 core in this game. You can roar the Monkey, try and take him out, or you can roar the Pangolier and try and control the ultimate. Can't do both.
Good catch. Got something.
Yeah, that's Wisdom Shrine too.
Yeah.
Nice little find for them. It's going to repel Xtreme Gaming. You got a decent amount of gold off that Aegis, but you did not get a Rax. Got 2 tier 3s.
Yeah.
Guess that's something.
It is something, and Ame's about to complete a Daedalus. You get the second Roshan.
He's pretty massive here.
Execration, do you think they have a better chance at defending the Roshan or defending the high ground?
Defending high ground for sure. You're going to have better angles for the fight, but killing this Medusa twice seems impossible.
Yeah.
So I think you have to contest the next Roche, or at least go for the smoke play to take the fight before XG walk in the pit. I think that's your best opportunity, because if they're set up around the pit, that's pretty unassailable. They're going to deward the area. You're going to have potential night vision with the Bane. You're going to have a Pangolier and a Monkey King and a Dusa Stone Gaze that can all just throw AoE control around the pit and man up for that Aegis. That's a near impossible position. Snake for the tower.
I have never seen a ward get farmed, the Giga ward get farmed as much as it had been in this game. That's how far behind they are.
Well, Marcy also does a pretty decent job.
Marcy does it really well. Dusa is also so tanky, she doesn't care about the Giga ward damage, where many heroes do. They're pretty far ahead. Paolo's getting a tier 2, that's decent.
He is working towards the MKB. Would be a big damage pickup.
Is Xtreme going to go in on the bottom lane? Are they trying to get all tier 3s before they take out barracks? I've never seen this. Is a bold move.
This is like Monopoly. You can only build a house on each property.
All right, Ame, he's going to take the mid lane barracks. Daring Execration do something about it.
Well, you can't. You can't do anything about it.
No. I would normally, normal talking point. Oh, but if you do lose this fight, you potentially lose Roshan. There's just no way they can lose this fight. So
like a Tormentor here.
That's nice.
Solo pick off. There's a shard for the Shaman.
And fortunately, Ame has multi-shot, so split shot kind of helps deal with that pretty well.
Funnily enough, the net worth situation improved for them a lot, losing that Rax. They gained about 3K on Xtreme by giving up the Rax, getting Tormentor, getting tier 2 top, getting more farm.
Tormentor is a weird one because it gives you such a high amount of net worth, but how effective is that net worth, right? It's like the 1,400 gold on the Shadow Shaman. Well, you'd much rather have that on the Templar Assassin and complete out this MKB. That is what Execration is currently waiting for.
He does have it. Question is, can you assemble the team in one spot? Because this map is really split right now.
Yeah, you might just get picked right now on Lewis.
Getting hunted.
Lewis, how quick is he on the blink? Can he BKB? He's going to get into the trees. They spot him. No! They got him on the Fiend's grip.
Nice Shivas from XXS.
I wanted him to live so badly, just because I want to see Execration get like an actual 5-on-5. But it feels like because that pick off, now it feels likely that Xtreme is going to be able to get Roshan, and then we just won't be able to see like a true 5-on-5.
Guaranteed spawn here soon.
Yeah, Templar Assassin knows the timing, knows it's late, so Execration can just keep playing the map. Ooh, caught by a Nightmare, quickly waken up by Shanks. Shanks probably going to be killed as a result, especially if that Nightmare takes him all the way down to the low ground there. Shield Rune on Palos. He's got to blink away before he gets grabbed by Jin Q.
That was not the time to linger.
Slowed down. Hurricane Pike pushes him away. Jin Q will tank some of the damage, tanks through all of those shots somehow. And now Palos is caught in the thick of it. Nice kill onto the Marcy. Palos quick enough with that one. Thanks to the Shield Rune, he can continue to blink out. Unfortunately, XM, he can continue to chase. He knows exactly where you melded, Palos. Hurricane Pike once again, this time on Ame. Only takes him so far.
He did as much as he could in that situation.
He did,
Buys time for the Beastmaster respawn, but this should be a pretty big signal for XG to just march in the pit. Or march down a lane, honestly. They can also just go high ground here.
Yeah, I almost feel like it would be bad to go to Roshan.
Well, Ame disagrees. He saw farm on the map. He's going to take farm on the map.
Yeah, that's fair. Got lanes to clean up. They still have 50 seconds left on the Templar Assassin, so.
Hard to argue with him when his net worth is just completely out of control this game.
Yeah.
This is a 10K difference almost. Very difficult to overcome when it's on a hero like this that just plants itself.
Execration is getting items that really help with this matchup. The MKB is done for the Templar Assassin, AC done for the Beastmaster. Armor upgrade plus attack speed for the Templar Assassin, very helpful.
I don't have issue with any of their itemization. You're just too far behind.
It's not going to be enough.
You don't have easy ways to itemize against Dusa. It's a later pick Medusa. It's pretty good against your lineup in the team fight. There's no diffusal buyers. There's no real good heroes at all-inning her with Chain Disable here, considering how much interrupt XG have. You just have to fight him straight up, and it's been difficult. XG going for the throat here. A fatal push if you don't find a way to get an angle here as Execration, which is happening. They are taking the flank route once again.
They are.
Play.
You just need to make sure they don't run into the Monkey King. XM, he's ruined these smoke plays before. And this time around, he may not be able to do so. It broke the smoke on CML, but that's not important. Lewis, he'll get the initiation. They found the Pango. This is exactly what they were looking for. They got to pick me up to try and drag him out of this AoE. XXS, oh, we got off the Rolling Thunder. The Fiend's Grip on the Beastmaster. The Rolling Thunder going out pretty much ruins this team fight for Execration. You had to all in the Pango just to have a prayer to be able to win this. Instead, lose 3, get nothing. And Ame, he'll close it out.
Too hard to engage with everybody into this Stone Gaze zone control. Plus the Wukong can get thrown on the ground. Even when you find this Pango, you have 2 more AoE ults. You have to somehow get the TA through. It's just too overwhelming.
Yeah.
XG playing a pretty nice game 1 here.
They did. They played it clean. Great reactions to any moves that Execration did. The only real sticking part was the fact that they had that window of time where they couldn't actually find Execration out on the map.
Yeah, that was weird. I don't exactly know what happened with that, but the thing is, it didn't really matter because Ame, like, net worth was even, but Ame was pulling ahead and ahead.
Yeah.
And that's what counts in this game. His timings are the end-all be-all. You can't contest him. That never slowed down. Yeah,
the rest of Xtreme could probably just kill all their items, and frankly, Ame would be enough at this point.
Little impetus damage. There's an axe on the Bane. Someone's going to have a bad day.
By the time they get through this, Ame will have killed the throne. See if they can take away that Aegis at least. Ame, he just focuses on it. Like split shot getting the kill. Tino with the initiation. They finish off the Bane.
They got him once.
XXS gets off the Rolling Thunder. Medusa, second life though. It's guaranteed. Nothing can stop him. You need 5 Heaven's Halberds just to have a chance to stop Ame.
This Witch Doctor a little bit of a higher priority for everyone as we're heading into a game number 2, Extreme Game in Execration with Cap and SVG.
Well, in order to make that Witch Doctor a higher priority for all the teams involved, they're going to have to perform better with it than they did in the group stage, Avery. I do not like this hero. I don't like the fact that they keep picking it. I didn't like in the group stage. I don't like it here.
Tell me more.
Well, I was just discussing this with Effie this morning, how I really hated some of their 5s that they pick, that I don't feel like they actually do that much for them in the draft. And I think Witch Doctor, is that hero to the T. That's a hero that's fun to play as a 5 position, but I don't think it actually gives you very much in the draft. Am I wrong about that?
No, I agree. The hero does not usually help most win conditions. He's just a killer. Like, that's what the hero does. He slays. Yep. And generally, supports that do that are not that valuable because your cores are big damage dealers. They rather just have their better lockdown, better sustain, better map control, or better laning. Witch Doctor can be a laning meta. So that's like the one area. If you just completely dominate some lane, you take a hero out of the game, that's where you can find his value. And in theory, honestly, it's not a bad Witch Doctor game. Hero kind of owns Tusk, Kunkka, Furion a little bit. So he has some okay matchups here. To me, this is a game Execration are just going to have to play even faster than game 1. They're going to have to come out really on point, find some good early moves, get some snowball lane action going between the supports especially, and just play through the Monkey King. If they can play a fast game, they have a lot of early skirmish power between Abaddon, Bounty, the Witch Doctor, the Monkey Mars. Like, there's not a lot you have to wait for in this lineup to come online. A lot of your spells are pretty low cooldown. Even your ults are pretty low cooldown in this lineup. That's what they have going for them, whereas Execration or Extreme Gaming got another pretty good last pick. Zhao 8 coming out today. And this Storm is pretty deadly in this game.
Tino helps out his support with the God's Rebuke, much needed. Otherwise, that might have been your first blood. I don't want to, be too much of a doom and gloom guy, but Bounty Hunter is also a support that doesn't give you very much in the draft. Am I wrong? Their support duos is not giving them hardly any win conditions.
Gives them momentum, though.
It does give them momentum.
Get the ball rolling.
I do like that part with the Monkey King. I will say.
It can go fast.
Yes. Zoom, zoom.
But you got to go fast and not off a cliff. Hopefully that's the case here, as you're one game away from elimination. Not an easy position to be in. Not an easy position to usually play this style of lineup either. So time to put up or go home. Quiet start. Probably not that good for Execration. I think they would like at least a couple kills on the board here in the first 2 to 3 minutes.
Sure.
Some random chaos happening.
Yeah, I mean, you always say that killer heroes, they want kills.
Yes.
Largely because of the experience they're gifted, right? Bounty Hunter, Witch Doctor are good examples of that.
Yeah, I don't really like what's happening right now for Shanks, right? He's pulling waves, you're resetting equilibrium, you're giving a lot of soul XP to Mars, but you're getting very little XP for yourself, and you're just falling behind. Maybe you can make it up with some courier snipes, 2 more couriers coming out on the map, but you don't have a ward for it. So it's kind of tough to see these. Flip side, this Witch Doctor lane, the lane got pushed out super far. You haven't really gotten any early harass or good trades on XXS, and your camp is blocked. So kind of hard to reset it right here. You're not getting that good value out of the Maledict. There we'll see Blood Grenade plus the bounces. Some okay damage.
Yeah, unfortunately, the lane is so pushed forward they can't actually, play off of the miss slowing down XXS. So couldn't really get much of a chase down there.
We'll get the Lotus at least. That is something.
That is true. Focus on the upsides. Mid's going well. He's got 6 denies on the Monkey King.
I mean, Lewis played pretty well in game 1. Just wasn't much he could do to salvage that on his own. And he is taking it to XM here. Shanks looking for the little Roman here. If you can deny some runes out from the Storm, that's not inconsequential. And you get a D-ward as well. Nice little play. Lewis on this mid lane boosts him up considerably. I would like to see some fast Monkey gameplay here. Contest the Wisdom Shrine potentially, gank a side lane, run some of these heroes down. You have really nice supports to combine with the Monkey and run some of these heroes down the lane. That's one thing extra you got to worry about. Like, good matchup for the Monkey King. He's good against the Furion, he's good against the Kunkka. These 2 cores do not man fight him. That's why the Storm pick is really nice, because the Storm gives you another win condition, and it's a really good Storm game.
Nice cask! Unfortunately, the Shadow Realm is going to make things a little bit more awkward. Aphonic Shield, XXS, he will die here, and with the Maledict AoE damage, helps do a little bit more to Jin-Q, who will not end up going down. In the end, though, Xtreme still walking away with the first blood. Nice stun on XM, followed up with a Blood Grenade. I think they've actually got this kill. Lewis, they should dive this. He's going for it, and they got him. Pelosin here with the punish, but it's a Jingu'd up Monkey King. You're not taking him down.
Already level 5. Boots online, easy rundown on the Storm. That's the type of roam action you're looking for. That's what can snowball this game. Not only put your Monkey in a position to have high impact, but shut the Storm down at the same time. That's massive.
Yeah, the analysts were a bit concerned that the Storm Spirit would have a pretty free game.
He does. He has a very free game here. There's not a lot of early itemization that's going to shut him down. Bounty Hunter is the only hero that can really build something in terms of Orchid or Atos or whatever it is. You can get a Yule's Mars. That's something else. But there's a decent amount of bailout for XM anyway. Even if you build 1 or 2 items and you catch him, he can get Boat, Rum, he can get Snowball saved. There can be a Terrorize that forces people off of him. You're not going to get early BKBs in this Execration lineup. He should be confident to cruise through this game as the Storm and find high impact in the fights.
Tino doing what he can. It's a 1v2 lane with the Bounty Hunter missing. And Xtreme Gaming are very aware that he's in the bottom lane. Shanks is still trying to make it work, though.
Looking for the cast connection.
We managed to get him some bit of damage, but again, the Shadow Realm will protect against any further aggression.
If I'm Execration, I am absolutely wanting to go for both Wisdom Shrines in this game. I don't think Storm might have 6, but he's going to have to jungle for it, which means his resources should be low. And you should be able to contest it here with an Abaddon on one lane, a Mars on the other. You have a Bounty Hunter who can be off-map, potentially at both, a Witch Doctor who's great at fighting of them, and, of course, the Monkey King who can connect to either one, depending on where you feel you need his strength. That could be a huge point in this early game that XG have trouble defending before their ults are online. Like, they need Wrath of Nature plus Boat to kind of skirmish in this game.
Oh, Haste Rune doesn't go for the Storm Spirit despite Shank's positioning. He goes for this kill in the bottom lane.
Well, yeah, go to the Witch Doctor. Go to the Gree.
That's true. Not the easiest kills in the world. Jinkyu, he's got the Shadow Realm. And Lewis, he'll wait it out and get the kill.
Nice little pick off. If this were 30 seconds later, that's a guaranteed Wisdom Shrine.
Yeah.
Might get it anyway, though, if you can just linger around here, because now you have the Jingu up. Hard for XXS to walk up here. This tower taking a lot of damage as well. Catapult got saved with the glyph.
Just putting damage on XXS, weakening him up for the upcoming Wisdom Shrine. Extreme Gaming do not seem to be in a position to take either one here.
No, they don't have the resources right now around the map. They're converging mid, but it's kind of the last place you want to be right now.
Yeah,
it's just a bounty hunter soaking XP. They're gonna lose both shrines here. No contest, no Wrath of Nature or boat to do it.
That's crazy because you have a Nature's Prophet. Shanks. Okay, Lewis is going to be set up here with Wukong's command.
Nice
this three-man dive onto a bounty hunter. Okay. You lost your Wisdom Shrines. You successfully killed the bounty hunter. You almost lost heroes for it. Fortunately, they will manage to get away. Storm Spirit with a zip out. The other teleporting away. That did not feel the greatest for Extreme.
No, they are down bad in experience right now. Gonna have to make it up elsewhere. They also lost that bottom tier 1 to the nice push with the Monkey King coincided with that catapult. They kept it alive. Just took the tower down. In fact, the catapult's still alive down here.
Tino's got his level 6. Oh, I thought maybe he would was thinking about getting aggressive with Ame with Shanks returning to the lane, but Shanks is actually going from top back to mid again. 8-minute power rune is coming up after all. Wants to keep every single one of those power runes out of the hands of the Storm Spirit if possible. CML, did not get around to the other side of the shards and now blocked in. Bonic Shield will help him. Trying to get the heroes close enough for a good casket will not happen.
I brought Ame in for that one. He wants some extra experience and gold on the map because he's going Hand of Midas here. Interesting option for him. Used to be a build-up on this hero because the levels were super valuable, but I don't think it's as valuable experience-wise anymore. That said, the hero still has very decent stat gain.
I feel like that's antithetical to what Bounty Hunter is supposed to be doing to you. Don't you want to be able to fight as best as possible? Palos in some trouble, not quite level 6, and will not get level 6.
So
meanwhile,
close.
Tino's going to show it. Got to inside the arena. With Lewis down here, both their lives are forfeit.
They just lined him up. Spear on multiple heroes. Boundless Strike on multiple as well.
Ooh, almost got a third kill. The swing from the Bounty Hunter does not quite connect.
If you have 6 on Abaddon, if some more creeps go down there, that's a terrible fight for Extreme. Bringing the Fury on aggressive to hit this tower, just a missed position here. You have to respect the aggressive potential from the Mars Monkey Bounty early, and they're going to take the fight to you every time. That's a free matchup.
I've seen CML in this position a few times. Caught in the jungle by XM.
It's had a rough series, man. At least this time he's got Grigori running.
Tino, he's got help. Ame should not think that he is solo. What a move from Execration. They take the fight bottom lane and bring 3 heroes through the great gate to the top lane. Ame dies a second time. He's going to need that Hand of Midas at this rate.
He's getting punished trying to get there. Nice aggressive play with this Monkey King.
Shanks does get spotted. He'll be the victim. The counter rotation from Extreme Gaming. So they get still something out of it. Execration are not breaking away with the game. Not yet anyway. Net worth wise, still relatively even. But the big thing is experience going the way of the Bounty Hunter. He's closing in on that 6.
That's going to be the center point of this lineup. You can start running around the map getting track kills. You can use the Witch Doctor Monkey's aggressive potential and translate it into net worth advantage. Much different game for Extreme. They haven't really read these moves as well as they did game 1. Ame's not nearly had as much space. Definitely been shut down. And it's Execration making the aggressive moves.
How close is Shanks to 6?
He's going to get it here.
He's going to get it off the creep wave? Okay. So now Extreme, they really got to tighten up. They can't afford to be losing some of these fights. Otherwise, Execration will really start breaking away.
Got to think about these tier 1s. If you can make good moves around them, bring the Abaddon in, take these towers down, you're going to have a lot of space to operate in this game. And it's going to be harder for XM to find power runes on this Storm, which is what he wants going into this mid-game.
Lewis
This is an ambitious attempt.
Yeah, they've got the Wrath of Nature that will help. I mean, between the Wrath of Nature and Bedlam, they do have some high damage early on into this game.
That felt like it did a lot of damage.
Yeah, how much did that Wrath of Nature do?
1,300 HP, 13 armor.
379, 900 damage from the Willow.
Dark Willow things, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, that facet is still pretty bonkers.
That was right as he was finishing Diffusal. Nice time to take him off the map. You get the tower top as a trade here. I don't think Xtreme had any plans defending that.
Yeah, and Xtreme are trying to trade here, but they're moving to a bad lane, and Execration is already set up. They're going to get the punish. XXS, he gets gone on before Xtreme even show up with their move across the map, and he'll be run down with a Maledict on him.
Not respecting that.
They're going to jump back in, though. Go all in on the Monkey King. He gets an Aphotic Shield. Walrus Punch up in the air. Half HP. Trying to get some hits in. He's got the Jingu, but he can't hit anything. Meanwhile, CML caught by Ame in the river. He's going to die here. Terrorize goes out from Jinkyu trying to protect himself, but Shanks is here, and they've got the track kill for it as well. So killing streak and a track kill. That was worth a lot for Execration, but all around Xtreme, not too bad of a trade-off.
I got a lot on Ame, who's had the Midas running this entire time. If he joins fights and gets to clean up while he has a Midas, that's going to feel really good for him. That was a nice turnaround. You take the monkey off the field, it's huge for XG. It slows all of Execration's game down. That's a lot of their early damage. And now he has to walk out from base because he TP'd to that bottom place. This is a lot of time wasted for Lewis, who is otherwise having a very nice early game here.
Palos is moving along nicely. He was the other one who benefited from that fight. He may have died that one situation where he didn't have level 6, but since then, he's cruising along to a Radiance. So Xtreme will have a bit of a window here where Palos is not much of a factor, but soon he's going to have that Radiance. It's going to be difficult to fight into that.
Actually going to poke him down here, looking for the ult.
He hasn't leveled that ult just yet, so he's making sure it doesn't go off prematurely. Bought out the Relic.
Such a tough tower for XG to assail.
Yeah.
Every time you come down here in this lane, because you lost that offlane tier 1 so early, you can't bring reinforcements into this play. If you want this tier 1 in this game, you're going to have to smoke for it.
Bad place for the smoke to break. Tino on the low ground. Not going to find the hero immediately. And Jinkyu actually wants to try and stop them from retreating here. He's got heroes behind him. He's got the dust. They are going to pin him up, though. Got the Maledict, and he's quick to die. Now, XM has a shield rune to be able to fight this out with. So he is probably the one who made the call. He wants to fight, but he doesn't have that much of a backup behind him. Meanwhile, Execration, all 5 of their heroes hit him with a Boundless Strike. Got him inside the arena. XM almost out of mana, but enough with a Soul Ring. He'll get out. It's Pelosin who will die instead. Now an X, though, underneath the tier 2. This is an awkward spot for Execration to be in. They try and defend him with the Death Ward, but the Wrath of Nature is too much. It takes down Palos, delaying up that Radiance.
Didn't get a lot of value out of that ult. Was holding it for a long time in this game. He skilled it. He got a couple hits in, healed him a little, but not enough to bail him out of that situation. And more gold for Ame.
Also
Just
more
jungling with the
experience.
Midas.
He got the Wisdom Shrine, so
nice pickup for him.
yeah, he's going to
already
be
to the
real
Maelstrom.
boosted on levels.
He's just playing to scale. He is going to farm. He's going to scale. He's going to try and beat you in the late game here. So you really have to keep finding fights with this bounty hunter. Get him to the Orchid. Shanks will be going that item to try and shut down the Storm. Could be nice this early game. There's not a lot to bail XM out of that situation. He's just going Witchblade of his own. You have a Snowball save and the Boat Roam. That's kind of it. You can absolutely all in this Storm in the fight with the early Bounty Hunter Orchid if you get there.
Can't believe Jinkyu has a Yule Scepter. I guess he just kind of brown boots rushed it.
Brown Boots, Wand, 2 empty slots.
Yeah.
That'll do it.
There's the Radiance, 15-minute Radiance for the bad. Not the greatest timing. Not the worst either.
I think it's also pretty good considering how weak the laning phase was for him.
Yeah.
Recovered decently here. Have to keep using these item timings, though, if you're Execration. You can't just sit on them. Eyeing up Pulse in mid, they'll get him.
Nice pin. Tino. It's easier now, but I always appreciate the Marses who are confident enough to lead with the spear and then follow it with the arena wall.
They're professional gamers also. This isn't your average North American pub.
I'm just saying, I'm seeing some pro gamers that not as comfortable on the Mars. Xinkyu.
Okay, that's a little greedy there.
Well,
Okay,
it works
out.
really well for him. In fact, big punish. XM and Ame both join in on this. And while they do not get CML, they will get the extra kill onto Tino.
I mean, where's the team for Execration to back that up? That should be a fight they're willing to take here with the Abaddon Radiance. You have the Monkey Wukong ready to go. If XG are going to bring early fights to you, when you have the Bounty Hunter Monkey King lineup, you should be prepared to take them. Can't give away freebies like that. And you know the Storm is going to want these power runes.
Yeah, Execration were putting so much effort into defending those power runs earlier. One bit of awkwardness is that Tino was rather low. He was kind of sitting at that 400 HP marker, so maybe he didn't feel comfortable wanting to fight despite the extra life he kind of has. He's full resources now, and will back up Execration's smoke play.
Oh,
It's not in the smoke, but XXS, I mean, the Kunkka is a hard hero to go for first, especially behind towers. This is a little dangerous.
He's dead to Maledict, I think.
He's going to teleport out. If they can stop the TP there, got him.
That's a nice Witch Doctor matchup. Yep. Should result in the tier 1 tower dead. I like this move centered around the objective. If you'd found Ame a little deeper, you would have been happier, but you'll absolutely take this. Nice little kill, track gold, tier 1. Can still make another move on the map. They're going to bring the killers top. Continuing to look for the Furion in the jungle. Almost find him.
This is the part I like about Execration. Kill mid, sweep. Look for more. Found Xinkyu. And they've got the spear for the AoE stun. They lead out with the spear. But they don't actually commit for the kill. They know Xtreme, rather, is behind him a bit.
Yeah, they saw him gating through bottom with a ward on the bottom Tormentor slot.
Now that Palace is here, they'll feel a little bit better about the situation. Spear does manage to stop that teleport. So that'll be another track kill if they reset it. Yep, there it is.
Get everybody in range, put the track up. A lot of extra bonus gold. Counteract that Furion who's taken a lot off the map right now if you're not killing him.
Ame, meanwhile, continues to grow.
Instantly into bottom. Again, this ward on the gate has done some work. Scouting the moves out from XG. I like this setup. Might not be something XM expects.
Got him on the spear wall. Now the follow-up, the boundless strike, chaining the stuns, and while Pelosin was angling for a snowball save, couldn't find it.
2 for 1.
His brain is so big indeed, Lewis. Just whoever made the call in Execration, fantastic call.
That was very fast. This ward really did some work at both sides of that map. It ruined XG's play and it set that entire sequence up. Take the Storm out of the game. Feels amazing here as he's trying to get to that BKB. And this will complete Lewis's, I believe. Yeah, Monkey King done with his. He's basically invincible with this BKB on the map. You're not fighting him in this early game. The only hero that really does anything to this Monkey is Furion when he scales up way later, but that matchup is not good for Furion anyway. It's just if you have some insane net worth advantage. The Storm is the most annoying matchup in this game, but if you continue to shut him down, XM is going to have to go a defensive item here in the BKB. Orchid's done for the Bounty Hunter.
Wrong time for Lewis to jump down. Unfortunately, that's going to cost him his BKB charge, but at least he doesn't die for it. Xtreme will finally get this safe lane tower. Crazy 20-minute safe lane tier 1 in an even game.
Product of losing their own offlane tower there. It just took them so long to bring numbers down here. Scary tower to fight around, too. Just didn't have vision here for a long time.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Tormentor spawn. Execration, they're up here.
Radiant's bottom tower is
Not the
under
fastest Tormentor killing lineup. Wonder if they're even going to go for it. No, they're just gating. They want to kill Ame, have a ward on him. Oh, he's
They
done.
can stop that teleport. He's done for. Great pickup. Obviously, anytime you can kill the carry, that's great. But I do feel like Xtreme Gaming will be capable of fighting Execration when they get the BKB on Ame. So the longer they can delay that BKB, the better.
It's the value of the Bounty Hunter. The matchup versus the Furion is quite good. You just set up on him. Not much you can do about it unless he's willing to BKB TP out. A lot of gate play this game that has worked out for Execration as they hold on to a minor lead here. Tormentor will help boost that up.
Either shard is going to be fantastic here. Witch Doctor or the Bounty Hunter one. I actually feel like the way Execration is playing in this game, Friendly Shadow might actually be the more valuable one.
I would have voted for that, but I think every Witch Doctor player happy with this switcheroo.
Trying to move to the Shrine again. They'll be late on it here. Shanks being a little skittish there. Doesn't know whether or not there's a Sentry Ward combo on that high ground. Common occurrence.
I think Execration are finding a little here, but at the same time, Xtreme Gaming are just farming the triple BKB, and they're going to have it here in the next minute.
Yeah, the Execration has not actually broken out a large net worth lead.
Storm is going to have his here after one more camp. Furion's going to have his after two more camps. The Kunkka just got his delivered, so triple BKB timing for Xtreme Gaming versus a lineup with no BKB peers. It's just a question of can the Monkey King stand his ground and fight back, which he can right now, but not alone.
XM's going to be
he
spotted.
trapped himself.
Oops.
Not his finest moment. His ice shards are too good, even for his own escape.
Will catch anybody, including myself. And damage for Palos. Is it Roshan?
It's one way
you
to
got a
speed this
pick
game
right
up.
next to it. That's a wow. That's a great opening.
Not too slow here. And XG, they're gonna respond. I mean, again, they just hit all their BKBs. This is not a bad time to
Terrorize.
fight.
Oh, that is a three-man terrorize. Now this is just stalling. There's going to be no punish from Xtreme. They're just waiting for their Tusk to be back up. I really hope Execration knows what's coming their way.
Oh, they smoked.
It is 3 BKBs. This is not a fight you just want to stumble into thinking it's guaranteed.
Tough to go up the hill here.
Tino's going to try. Throws out the arena. Immediately the BKB goes out from XM. Pal's going to chase after the Kunkka here, but Tino's stuck inside this arena of his own making. CML, who walked up to the high ground, will also die. Now Lewis, hit the bound, the strike, up silence onto the Storm Spirit. Storm is dead. Orchid helping him out big time. Now Lewis is just going to BKB TP out. The X on him. He has to do this, has to retreat, which will leave Palos in an awkward position here.
Nice tree cut mana. At least you escape with people.
Yeah, they do. And got some decent damage with that shuriken and stuff. Do Xtreme feel good enough about taking Roshan themselves? Seems not.
Too low. Damage was significant there with the Monkey King coming in with the Wukong. That's just a really tough fight. Going up the hill into their outpost, blind. You aggressively jump with the Mars, it's honestly as good as you're going to get. It's just the BKBs are there for Xtreme. You just pop them. There's not much you can do about it. At least the fight goes on long enough that you can catch the Storm post BKB duration. That Roche is still there, though. That's the issue for Execration. Didn't really progress the game how you wanted to off that fight. Just kind of stalled out, which is more time for Ame to farm the map. Time for XM to pick up a nice little regen rune.
That's a tasty one.
Smoke from Xtreme on the hunt. Want to try and get something into the Roshan here, and if they don't find anything, they might just force it.
It's going to go to the other side, though.
They can kill it here. It's missing some HP.
Yeah, they're going to need Pelosin in there for the tag team. But yeah, you're right. They can do it fast enough.
Nice little move for them. This is a Roche Execration absolutely would have contested. Just had the wrong read around the map. They're going to give it up for free. That is a super nice Aegis for XM.
A regen and an Aegis.
He's living the life now.
He is.
Still one of the poorest cores in this game, but that can change if he can stay alive in one of these fights.
How's he doing galvanized stacks?
Only 9.
9. Okay.
I mean, he's gotten focus this game. It's not been that clean of a game for him, but he has Ame picking up the slack, so XG are just fine with that.
Execration, this is an awkward period of time. Triple BKBs plus an Aegis. I don't think you can really win a straight-up 5-on-5, so what's the next timing for them?
More items on Lewis in particular. That's your big scale this game. That's the guy who's going to be able to stand against the Furion as this game continues to progress. So if you can take any fights or track pickoffs with him involved and he survives, That's what you're looking for.
CML, his shard does go off. And Tino can hit the spear off of this one. Maybe follow-up stuns? XM, he's just giving up this Aegis. He knows he's dead. He's just going to try and do as much damage as possible to the enemy team. And there he goes. There goes that Aegis. Got 2 hero kills out of it. Now Palos is going to be in some trouble. The Storm Spirit zipping in. Does not go for the grab on Palos. Lets him go free.
What a connection from Jinkyu. Just lands that Terrorize on the edge on that Monkey King. He's trapped in the Sprout. Just never gets anything off in that fight.
Radiant's bottom tower.
Now the map's beginning to close down. Nature's Prophet between the Wrath of Nature and the tower taking. Though he does not stick around for that tier 2. Once his Hurricane Pike, I suppose, before the next fight. He's got it now.
So hard for Execration to start fights. They don't have a lot of vision around the map right now. The Bounty Hunter hasn't been able to be super aggressive and get deep wards or the Courier pickoffs. He hasn't really found the Fury on. Ame's farming pattern's been on point this game. So how do you start a fight if it's not the Bounty Hunter scouting people? You can't just run in.
Radiant's bottom tower.
Yeah, that's asking far too much of Tino.
In fact, is there not a single Radiant Ward on the map? Where'd they all go? They all get killed?
Not sure.
A lot of Dire Wards on the map.
Yeah.
Is under attack.
A lot of very valuable ones, too.
And I see a fair number of sentries from Execration just not finding those wards out on the
Yeah,
map.
they're just getting out-warded right now. It's killing them right here. High end up mid. Would jump XM if he shows here. Well, they see him.
Tino, can he get the spear back? He's got him. Snowball pickup from Pelosin, though, will bail out XM. They'll hit him with the Boundless Strike on the way out and kill Pelosin, but of course XM has his BKB. So Pelosin give up his life to bail out his core, but Execration are sticking around for a while, not realizing Xtreme are still ready for the fight. Ame's teleporting in. Boat over the top of everybody. Very tanky now. And look at Abaddon, man. He just took a ton of damage from a casual go from XM. He's going to blink forward after them. Boundless Strike onto 2. Ame is the target here. Palos trying to do what he can. Hurricane Pike, but he still got the spear on him. Ame, he gets off the BKB now. A beautiful Terrorize will push back the rest of Execration. Lewis, his BKB is running thin. Now with the punch up in the air, he uses Boundless Strike to get out of dodge. Meanwhile, Palos jumped forward, finished off Ame. Palos with the Blink Dagger. Now Yule Spear coming up from Tino. Knocks down the Storm Spirit. What a big grab. XM still able to get the zip out, though. Had enough HP, but it did get a kill onto Jinkyu. A buyback from Pelosin. All the BKBs use, and Execration still win the fight.
The Furion ticked out in the fountain. I think the Abaddon Curse plus some extra Maledict damage or something from the Witch Doctor. Ame gets the TP but does not survive, and that's huge for Execration. Gives him the confidence to keep chasing there because if that Furion gets to base and lives, he can heal. He can come back in this fight. You're going to end up overextending.
Yeah.
So is Mass if he goes down there. You're able to follow that up. You got the Storm BKB out earlier. That means the chase is on. And that's what this lineup wants to do. Get the initial fight going, trade BKBs out of Xtreme, reset, heal back up. You have some sustain between the Witch Doctor and the Abaddon, and then just chase him down. And at that point, the Storm can't re-engage because there's this Orchid threat. There's a Monkey King waiting for him. And honestly, Shanks' itemization has done some work this game. The Orchid's been a real threat to the Storm, and the early pipe here, really nice with this lineup because XG are pretty magic dependent outside of this Furion.
Yeah, and the next up is the Scythe. Tino, who we said, you know, it's a lot to ask from him. Well, he certainly answered the call in that last team, finding the opening on the Storm Spirit, then the opening on Ame. I mean, just 2 fantastic spears. And the result of these one-team fights is he's actually getting close to a Scythe of Ice. That'll solve some of the initiation issues you were talking about for Execration.
Again, I think the Execration itemization is pretty good here. Even the Basher on Paulus, I kind of like it this game. Like, you just go in. If you find any of these heroes in the BKB and bash them, that's a significant win in the fight. Because then you're making the fight easier for the rest of your team to control the Storm or fight this Furion. You stop maybe the Furion BKB TP out, right? That's another big factor here. If Ame's trying to reset, he'll come back in.
I know, I was just about to comment on that. 880 gold on this Grigri. When is he going to pop it?
What is he going to pop it for? Divine Rapier, Witch Doctor.
I thought surely when he was building Solar Crest, I was like, okay, he'll probably just pop it to finish out that Solar Crest a little bit earlier, but CML really being greedy with it. Maybe this is his read of the game that it's going to go a little bit late, so you might as well hold on to this for a while.
At the same time, early utility items are pretty valuable. If it keeps you alive once, it pays itself back. Like Glimmer Capes here are good. There's the Hex. Tino gets it done.
Yeah, 31-minute Hex.
Helped by some track gold, and there's the other support shard. So some stuff coming online for Execration here. They haven't been able to snowball this game, but they're itemizing well to combat XG's scale, who've just gone this triple BKB route into Ags on the Kunkka plus raw damage for Ame. If they don't gain a significant advantage early on in the fight when they pop their BKBs, that fight does not look too favorable for them.
Yeah.
They don't have sustain yet. Like, if you have Satanic on Furion, maybe it looks a little different. If you have late game items on the Storm where his mana pool is getting out of control and he has, you know, Parasma, Ags, whatever it is, then that sustained fight looks a little different. But right now, they're pretty dependent on getting something out of the BKB duration, and if Execration stall that up, survive, sustain, go back in, they're going to win the second half of that fight.
Yeah. Execration, I think, have also increased their chances to win the first 3 seconds of the fight. Because now they've got Eye of Scotty and the Basher on Palace. They actually have real ways to keep heroes inside of Wukong's command.
Scotty's also good this game. I think it's annoying for Ame to play against.
For sure.
Annoying for XXS. If he's just getting chased down in a scenario, it might put the Kunkka in a position where, do I have to throw out spells early? Do I have to use this Ags boat in a position where I don't want to? And there's the full Abyssal for the Abaddon. So your opportunity to TP out just got way harder. More lockdown for the Storm, and they're going to smoke straight into Xtreme Gaming's triangle. Smoke on smoke.
Runs into XXS. Couldn't get the Scythe before XXS hits the BKB. Quick reaction from him, and now it's going to be Tino in some trouble. Throws out the Aphotic Shield to try and bail him out here. See if he can get off an arena at least, but no, the Terrorize, it covers it beautifully. Now CML, he's up next. Wukong's command in from the side. Boundless Strike hits on a Pelosin. Snowball dodge. He's going to come back right in the middle of all this. But he does manage to get a blink away. Shanks inside the safety of the Wukong's command. Won't last forever.
There's
and
Bailey.
He has been shanghaied. He'll go down. And at least the Monkey King is able to teleport away, but not a great situation for Execration. All due to XXS is just fantastic reactions there. I mean,
part of it is XXS reacting really fast. The other part is, I don't know if Execration need to blink blind in these types of circumstances. Like, you can send the Bounty Hunter up the ramp, you can place a ward on that little upground spot and see somebody to get the insta-hex, right? You are giving him an opportunity by jumping blind here to get that counter BKB off, and when he does, the fight becomes way more difficult. You just lose positioning on everybody. If they're there 2 seconds ahead of time, they're going to catch the Kunkka coming up the hill, and that's a way different fight.
yeah.
These little things matter a lot, and that's going to push Ame to full Daedalus done. He was thinking about Satanic, he's thinking about Butterfly. This Storm just got Kai Assange done, found an amp damage rune, looking for Parasma. Damage just picked up considerably for Xtreme Gaming. You didn't get that good fight out of the Hex Abyssal you were looking for. Pushed onto the back foot as Roche is available, so Execration going to try and make another move here. They look for that promised team fight they need to secure the objective. But once more, it's Xtreme Gaming just holding defensive position. They're just sitting on their outposts, sitting on this high ground, waiting for the fight to come to them, which they feel is going to come eventually, and they're correct. They'll show XXS mid. Not an easy target to jump with Snowball save behind him.
This time they're going to play, ooh, got the jump on a Pelosin instead. Still got off the Snowball, though. With the Maledict, XXS is in a bit of trouble here. Dodge the Terrorize. Execration doing a good job of this one. BKB TP out from XXS, and Palos unable to get the hits because of the shard blocking him out. Good play from Pelosin. Quick reactions all around.
Plus the shard.
Yeah.
Palos bashes him there on that TP. Heads up play from Xtreme Gaming. Unfortunately for XG, this pushes Roche top. Really nice for Execration here.
Yeah, they've
given
got
how the map control was set up. Oh, you got toss.
They'll slow things down a little bit.
XG are going to fight this. They still have amp damage running on XM. They have BKB on the Storm available. That's the big one here. Ame ready to come in for the fight. Doesn't have buyback, but he deals a lot of DPS.
Lewis in a position to maybe break some of the smokes, but just wrapping around through the river. Lewis, he jumps down. Got a silence onto the Storm Spirit. Him with a boundless strike, fall with the Abyssal Blade. Lots of damage to the Spear, finishes them off. Pelosin not in a position to be able to get a blink out. I think it's because Palos got him with the Radiance. He wasn't able to go forward. Now Ame's BKB'd up. Palos, he's going to activate his ultimate. Trying to get some heals. A beautiful 3-man torrent there. Xinqiu getting a lot of damage out. Some of it heals up Palos. Palos blinks away with the buyback from XM. He's looking for his revenge. Goes after Lewis. Lewis with the BKB. Tries to go for the teleport out. Pelosin still on the punch. So now Lewis on the BKB going away. The Curse Crown. He gets into the trees. A Phonic Shield from Palos. He gets out. XM still chasing. Still hoping to get more kills out of the situation. But they're not finding it. Execration have just disappeared into the dark, and they will get out.
Why'd they let him leap like that? That was so weird. Awkward team fight for XG. XM going in. Not respecting the chain stun capability, and the save was not there. Will get an Aegis in the end. So maybe it's not the worst trade-off for him, but not a clean team fight for any means from Xtreme Gaming here. And Execration, these guys just don't stop. They're instantly smoked. Straight back out on the map. Don't even have the Monkey King BKB. This could be a smoke that XG do not expect. But what can you catch? Just, once again, the vision is not there for these plays. Honestly, a big factor in these fights has been the lack of ability to get out of Sprout for Palos. He gets sprouted on this up-ad, and he's just stuck there.
Yeah.
Ame's just wailing on him.
Harpoon next for him?
That's one way to maybe get out of it a little bit.
Yeah. Oh, the shard for the Nature's Prophet.
Oh,
he was trying to scout out where the Monkey King is. They found him.
That's a massive find. That's a gem as well. They don't see it because of all the brambles.
Oh, you're right. There it is.
Might be able to get it on the courier, but there is a ward down here.
Yeah, he's got it on the courier, and he's running away. Okay.
Well, some recovered net worth there.
Yeah, seriously.
Still a big pickup as the Monkey King does not want to have to buy back into this fight. Does have it available.
Tino, can he get yet another opening? It's going to go for the Kunkka. Not for Ame. The chain stun alongside the death ward. It looks really nice. XM, he's got to be careful here. Doesn't want to lose his Aegis too early. Goes back for the kill on Tino. Phonic Shield helps out Tino. Tino not dead yet, but eventually will be overwhelmed. Now Ame. Well, he's getting bashed up by Palos right now. Palos with the early use of the ultimate. Harpoon trying to catch up to Ame. Ame, he's going to be surrounded by the Wukong's command. Terrorize trying to push back Lewis. But Lewis still at the BKB, and he will keep on Ame. Kills him. Storm Spirit back on the second life. Oh, he got bashed before he can zip away. Oh, 30 HP. They tried to catch him on the blink forward. Palos almost snuck in another hit. XM. So close. They'll get Pelosin here on the end of it. An extra track kill. Not insignificant whatsoever.
That is a tough high ground push for Xtreme Gaming. You don't have 2 lives on Ame there. And the Storm's second life is, he can only BKB one of the times. Yeah. So it's honestly not that impactful as long as the Abaddon with the Abyssal and the Mars Hex are available, and a really nice initiation. You took the Kunkka down for free. He gets bowed off, but that's your AC Blade Mail Pure Cloak Kunkka going down without basically reflecting anything. Really nice spear back. This Abaddon is causing extreme problems. They don't have an easy way to go in, break, take this guy down. They just have to fight through it, and that's a lot of time for Ame to sit there, who still doesn't have a second life mechanism. We haven't seen a fight where the Furion buyback and joins it. We haven't seen him get to Satanic or Butterfly, a big survivability item.
Brambles, 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 trying to stall things here.
I mean, are XG going to be the ones to lose a Rax off that Aegis push? That would be some irony here.
Backdoor protection goes up for a second. It should go back down, though. Creep wave is coming in. They blink back. With the Extreme Heroes coming back into play,
yeah,
they do not want to risk it. And I think that's a wise idea.
You got to keep in mind that cost them the Monkey King buyback. That was expensive. They have been using these Lotus as well. They keep farming up the Lotuses, getting these greater healing ones. They threw one into the Mars in that fight.
Oh, that's how he got so much heal. Yeah, I was
like... they have another on Lewis right now. These add up, man, if you save them.
Yeah.
Not insignificant in the late game, and there's the BKB for the Mars. That's been the big item waiting, at least in my eyes, because Tino has found amazing initiations this game. He just can't survive once he goes in. This lets him survive. As the butterfly arrives for Ame, that's one of the big two.
This move. Yeah, don't think you're going after Palos first thing. Also, I do think that push, CML got a full death ward in that.
Yeah,
because
wrecked
the great
Kunkka.
Positioning of the arena. That is something you kind of have to keep in mind. The Kunkka is not actually that bad of a target for Execration to go on first because, I mean, you've got a fight position that just puts out tons and tons of damage.
No, I don't mind. I think they'll jump any core.
Yeah.
If you show any core on the front line, they're going to jump him because they can all in him.
He still has 1,300 gold sitting on that green.
Dude, that's insane. You got to pop it.
Please. Pop it, man.
You really
I feel like
gotta
these
pop it.
fights are like, the game is decided right here and now.
Yeah, this is potentially a game-ending fight. You're going to end the game with Gree in your back pocket. That's a Giga Chat move in
I
some
mean,
ways.
it's a play.
It's like,
for
I
sure.
don't need it to beat you.
Oh, man.
You look at the utility, though, between these two supports. There's a lot of it.
There is.
Crimson Pipe on the Bounty. Force Staff as well. Solar Crest, Ghost Scepter, Locket for this Witch Doctor, plus that Shard. He'll get the greater healing load as passed over to him. I mean, that's a lot of HP to get through.
Smoke out. Going for the Wisdom Shrine here. Shanks does manage to get it. And
Gets a value
gets
track.
away. Yeah, gets good track out. Got the Scythe, but the Shadow Realm also went down at the same time. Tino, he gets grabbed here. But remember, he's got that BKB.
And Storm.
So these little pokes are not nearly the same kind of threat they were before.
That's an early BKB from XM.
Boundless strike on XXS, trying to stop him from getting away, and a harpoon pulls him out of the shards. There goes the Death Ward, doing some damage. XXS with the BKB will get back to his base successfully. Still, though, Execration have worn through some of the resources of Xtreme.
Not insignificant. That BKB on Storm is the only way XM can go in the fight. Got an ult out as well from that Kunkka, and they still have everything up. They could push here.
Level 25 almost for Palos.
He's big. He's really big in this game. He's evened out that gap versus Ame, and that's huge.
Oh, Tidal Wave doesn't actually pull him in. That is something to keep in mind. You're not the only one with a repositioning tool. The Spear from the Mars was great for the high ground defense of Execration. Got to be careful of this Tidal Wave.
Gonna chill. Back off. Maybe wait for that next Roshan. Honestly, shouldn't feel too pressured here the way this game's been going. It feels like they're just slowly outscaling Xtreme. Unless this Storm gets a huge gold injection. The Kunkka's next items, I don't think they changed too much here. Ame's pretty much capped. I mean, Satanic for the Furion would be the biggest one, I guess. That's what you're kind of worried about. Does he get to a point with that 6 slot that he can just stand his ground and take the ultra long fight? But you have double Basher between the Monkey and the Abaddon. You have ways to deal with this Furion even in a BKB or Satanic situation. This next fight for Roche is pivotal.
Extra 65 attack speed. Now, the ratting action is going to amp up for Ame. He's got his level 25.
He's running these lanes down.
Yeah, so this is going to be a constant annoyance for Execration. Maybe you can win team fights, but you got to be careful. You still might lose out on some objectives. Obviously, these Treants are not nearly the threat they were when it was just the big old boy, but still.
Nice illusion rune for Palos running down that top lane.
Oh yeah, that helps a lot.
Extra map control here. That illusion does some work. That is not a Manta. This is giving him full map control right now with Roche potentially spawning.
Dude, Swift Blink on Palos with this level 25 talent, his attack speed's gonna go insane.
No, you just sit there and you chain bash the Furion. Nothing Ame can do about it. I guess he has evasion.
Pulling him in. Palos trying to get him out with a Force Staff here. CML, they're still gonna hit Palos. And they got his ultimate. That's what they wanted out of that. Now if they can play it slow, still catching some heroes. Tino, he's gonna be the first one caught here. BKB, and throws out the arena, protect himself here. Does not manage to get the catch there. Terrorize onto Ame teleporting forward. Got a Sprout. Beautiful one. Catches 2. And Ame starts going to work.
Slicing him.
Just demolishes this Mars. He already chunked him down before, but now no more protection of the arena walls.
Super well played from XG. Just start poking them down. They get a few key spells and items out from them. And then they pick their moment to strike.
In Execration,
not disciplined enough.
Yeah, they could have just waited it out for the Roshan.
Yeah, they had to be more disciplined discipline there,
Yeah.
not get caught off in that awkward situation, defend a high ground ward, force XG into you. You would have gotten a good fight. Instead, you concede this objective without even putting up a real team fight. And this is the Aegis Refresher Shard you did not want to give away in this game.
Yeah, Refresher Shard would have been fantastic for Execration, and instead, it's going to benefit Xtreme.
Not as good for their lineup, but the fact they take it away from the Monkey King
Yeah.
or the Abaddon is just massive here. Maybe give it to Jin Q for some multiple ults, but Aegis on XM to me is the big one. Like, this is so much more freedom for the Storm to go in and try and deal extra damage, not worry about dying when his BKB goes out. He has Cheese to play with as well. And Ame, he can always play with the buyback TPN. Has it available, he's looking to hold on to that plus get to this Satanic. That would give him maybe 3 lives in the fight.
I do appreciate Xtreme not going to the high ground. I almost feel like you just never go high ground if the enemy team is 5.
How do you win?
Well, you eventually get the pick off. We've seen plenty of European teams do that. Never go high ground. Just keep farming up. Eventually that pick will present itself. Then when you have the numbers advantage, you could go for it. I just think you're giving CML and Tino too much of an opportunity.
Well, that pickoff might be going straight into them here.
They might. 5-man smoke. Will they run into Jin Q? They should see some of these brambles, but they're going to ignore it. Pushing to the right-hand side. Maybe this is a better opportunity. It breaks on the low ground. Runs into XXS. This time around, they got the side device, but oh, the snowball pickup from Pelosin. XM, he runs interference, gets a grab on a Tino. Meanwhile, the death ward does a little bit of damage, but it looks like Xtreme Gaming should largely get out. Pelosin, he'll be Orchid. He's going to be the victim of this, but so will Tino. Ame, big damage coming out from the high ground positioning that he was sitting on, and Palos is running away from Ame instead of into him. Not the position Execration want to be in. XM, okay, caught for a second there, goes back in. After all, he's got this extra life. Got hit by the Boundless Strike, almost dead. He'll fall now, but Big Bo coming through. Execration are getting wiped.
So much damage coming out from XXS there. He just lines them all up.
Oh, and his long sip catches Palos alongside the teleport too.
They're gonna buy.
They are gonna buy. Can they even get here in time? Palos, he's got Blink, but they got the grab on it before he gets the sweep Blink away. Oh no!
Can't escape your fate here, as the whole team's gonna buy, but his is not available. And all it cost Xtreme was a Tusk buyback. Super nice fight from Ame. He's once again finding these incredible sprouts on the Abaddon that he can't get out of.
Yep.
And no one can bail him out. It takes so long to get a 4-staff there because the fight's separated. He's just laying into people. There's nobody combating this Nature's Prophet. Too many problems to worry about there with 2 lives on the Storm. The Kunkka wreaking havoc with the multiple boats going in. Execration just not able to find clear targets to focus down with everybody, and it costs them a lot. Plus, the snowball saves have been incredibly on point from Paulson. That's a dead Kunkka in the Hex.
For
he
sure.
does not come through at the start of that fight. He's been a problem. Big problem this game for Execration. They don't have a lot of AoE control to deal with him. That's going to be another lane here with the banner push. See what Ame wants to do. You want to go for Mega,
40
you want to go
seconds. Yeah, there's a lot of opportunity here. They thought about going for Throne. Instead, it will go to the bottom lane, take 2. What about a third? After all, you've got this Nature's Prophet. His damage is overwhelming, and he's got this Treant.
Oh, he's going for it.
Lewis, he's going to have to get some really good... Oh, no, got this tree cut! XM knew exactly what Lewis was up to here, and there's no saves without the Abaddon. Lewis, he just tried to get out with a BKB, bound the strike. Now the arena trying to hold things in. Pelosin does get caught by the spear here. Shank's in trouble. XM chasing after him. Will deliver the killing blow. Gets that one and gets out. Now, while the Abaddon comes back up into play, there's going to be no Witch Doctor. A 4 versus 5, Xtreme. They'll back away, though, respecting Execration's ability to hold. The spear goes out, stopping the teleport away from the Dark Willow. Meanwhile, Ame, he got caught by Palos a little bit, slowed down. Palos, not sure if he can take the fight or not, though, right now. Caught again inside the Sprout, followed up by the Torrent. Spear goes out, hitting the 2 of them. No stunts follow it. Lewis, he commits, bound the strike, goes out. Ame, oh, Hurricane Pike pushing him away, and there goes Lewis. He just takes so much damage so quickly, and Palos will live and die inside of the trees from Ame.
Oh, what a find from XG. No Monkey King ult in that fight. Never got it off. Never got to the level 25. The punch coming in from Paulson, absolutely on point in the position from Ame. Just too strong, trying to gap close his Furion. Costs them their whole team. Costs them their game 2. And will cost them their run at EWC as XG